south, if you will, to the border crisis here. Back to Tampa, Florida, as a live look with courtesy of EarthCam. Doctors in Florida pioneering a new method of treatment. This is aimed at treating opioid dependence in addicted patients.
Just a huge challenge there. Our border correspondent Jason Jones visited one of the clinics. He joins us live now with more. Jason, good morning.
Oh, Katie, Sean, good morning. It's good to be with you. Look, we have been showing what is happening from the Mexican cartels, the open border policies, impacting so many families in this country. Look, we've been down into Kensington. We've gone underground in the tunnels of Las Vegas, as we have now communities of Americans being impacted at unprecedented levels. Look, we're losing over 100,000 American citizens per year to this opioid crisis. Well, I sat down with one of the leading doctors in this field, Dr. Kabemba, and I want you to listen to what he has to say, because, guys, this process of ANR is 100% effective.
Over 100,000 lives are lost each year to opioid overdoses, leaving families devastated and communities in turmoil. The stakes couldn't be higher. We sat down with Dr. Albert Kabemba as we delve into the revolutionary ANR method that could transform the fight against this epidemic.
So ANR is the complete reversal of dependency using anesthetic agents and techniques to provide humane treatment. As you take more opioids, you create more receptors. And eventually what happens is that you need to satisfy the hunger of those receptors.
And that's the addiction side, why it's so bad.
Exactly.
I've never heard that, Doc.
Okay. Once they come in here, we're going to go ahead and remove or reverse that dependency that they have. 100%.
100%.
100%. We will reverse that dependency.
I think the people listening right now are going to be stunned at that.
Well, it's a fact.
Guys, I've got to tell you, I was absolutely stunned. I could have listened to this doctor for days. He is so knowledgeable on how outdated the processes are that the Office of National Drug Control Policy is undertaking with this harm reduction model. You know, and listening to him too, I was really stunned at what I was hearing, because through their process, in 3 days, they can completely remove all opioids and addiction to that. Here's why that's important, and why it's very important to understand. As we're looking at first, second, third, and fourth layer addictions, because of the cartels mixing fentanyl in cocaine, methamphetamine, and in all drugs now, these addicts are addicted at the core base, though, to opioids. And that is a biological response, which is different to the other drugs. Once you take that addiction process away from the opioids, you can go after all these others much simpler. But you've got to attack this one, and they have a method to do it. One thing I've learned that I'm going to be sharing with you too, this is much cheaper than the rehabilitation model that the Office of National Drug Control Policy is under. And it's also really what they're doing with the harm reduction model is getting people off fentanyl, but putting them on methadone. So they're still suffering from an opioid addiction. This can completely wipe that out, and it's a new model. We're going to be sharing with you throughout the week new processes here that we're learning about that are much simpler. Back to you.
All right, Jason Jones reporting live from Tampa. Jason, thank you. Interesting story there.